Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 12 of Persona 5 Royal. And yeah, I put that up there for a reason, and don't worry, it's not the last time you'll see blind idiot translations of the English version of this game, because yeah, the fact that Atlas USA and Reset Era had a hand in some of the terrible translations for this game, and possibly Persona 3 portables, port for the Steam, Xbox One, PS3, no, not PS3, I meant PS4 and 5, and the Switch. Yeah, if you see any terrible translation errors or terrible translation changes, you can blame Reset Era as well as Atlas USA. You can also blame Atlas USA for not bringing over Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. For the love of God, bring that game over and actually translate it correctly, goddammit. We don't want to be stuck with innocent sin. Thank you. Anyway, the reason why I'm over here in the underground of Shibuya instead of going into Kamoshida's palace is because I was making a few preparations. For one, I was getting some bread. Because, believe it or not, some of the food that you get will actually help you out. Now, there are some things that there are a one-time buy, and you're going to have to wait till the next day in order for to buy it. But there are other items where you could just stock up on as much as you can, and then go about your merry way. Some of them may be, to a lesser extent, healing, and others are not. Also, I went there and bought a lottery ticket. And the reason why I was trying to get a lottery ticket, ladies and gentlemen, was because of the fact that sometimes you'll get big jackpot. No, not sometimes. All the time you'll get big jackpots. It's not RNG, unlike the lottery tickets in River City Ransom Underground. But whatever the case, there was a reason why I also came here. That homeless man right there actually is of importance. And I showed you where he is. And that reason is, he's part of a Memento side quest. So yeah, in case you're wondering where that homeless guy is for a Memento side quest, there he is. By the way, I completed all the Memento side quests in the game. Twice over. So yeah, there's that. But what I'm trying to do is actually go downstairs to try to get job applications. And why am I getting job applications? There is a reason for that. There's only 2 areas for job applications, by the way. They help boost your stats. Your social stats. But the Ome no Beko, you're going to need to be able to go out at night in order to apply for that job. However, that particular store is reporting, well, the 777 that I went there and applied for is important for a Mementos mission. And not only that, sometimes the days that end in 7, you'll end up getting triple the amount of pay for working that day and triple the amount of proficiency. As for Reflexia, there are certain days where they will give you triple the pay and triple the kindness. But if you work there, you'll end up getting more stock as days goes on, and better nutrients for the flowers. And as for Ome no Beko, it is pretty much required to go there twice as for the Sunlink.
I hope you all understand that our time limit is May 2nd.
We basically just have to go to that castle and steal the treasure from Kamoshida, right?
But wait, what even is a treasure? I want to know that before we do anything.
A treasure is the physical form of the palace ruler's distorted desires. In other words, it's the core of the palace. Once we steal it, the palace will crumble. I think. Having said all that, even I don't know what Kamoshida's treasure is going to be.
And where can we find it?
There's no way of knowing that until we go in and find out. But if I had to guess, I'd say he has it locked up somewhere in the depths of the palace.
I think I get it now. We just gotta find the treasure, yeah?
Pretty much. There's just a lot we won't know until we go in. In any case, our objective is to find the treasure's location somewhere in the palace. Make sure we go about this with time to spare so we can avoid any unforeseen circumstances. I expect great things from you guys.
Alright, let's talk about the hideout. while the hideout doesn't take away a day. Now, actually going into the palace, just like with Persona 4, actually going into the dungeon will take a whole day. Also, you have a time limit this time, and I need to show you how much time you have left. But still, once you complete a palace, unlike Persona 4, there's no going back in.
But damn.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking we should choose a code name for you too.
A code name?
I'm Skull, he's Joker, and that's Mona.
Judging by your costume,
I mean, she's got that tail and stuff, so... What do you think?
Wait! Is that what you're going to call me from now on? I am so not down with this.
What do you want to be called then?
Something better than just a little cat. Maybe... Panther? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Huh? Why?
'Cause it sounds more... ferocious?
she's a cougar.
Don't call me that! More importantly, Kamoshida.
Oh, right. Let's go. All right, let's start fresh and get going.
It's game time from this point forward. I'll teach you guys the basics of infiltrating a palace as we go.
My master would like a word with you. The prisoner has returned.
Well done. It seems you have remembered my words. You truly make it worth rehabilitating you. I am not attempting to withhold information from you. The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete will be explained in due time. Once you encounter allies who share your ideals and discover your place in reality, only then will I explain it all. Such a day should not be far off. This time, I wish to introduce you to the aid we are providing. Due to your potential in wielding the power of the wild card, you can handle more than one persona. That power holds infinite possibilities. We will assist you in nurturing that potential. To that end, we must execute your persona. Do not be alarmed. Personas are personalities that exist within you. Thus, you will only be discarding old personalities to have them be reborn as new ones. By discarding your old identity, you give way to a new one. Hence, we call that process execution. Think of it as the fusion of your personas. To start, select the first persona you wish to fuse. Now, before you select the second persona, allow me to tell you something greatly important. Do you remember how I mentioned forming bonds with confidants? Personas are the power of the heart. The stronger those bonds, the stronger your personas will be. In other words, the effects of your bonds on execution, or fusion, if you will, are quite substantial. When you fuse a persona that shares its arcana with one of your bonds, it will gain great power. This will be a guiding principle for your forays into fusion. Try not to forget it. Moreover, there is one thing I must warn you about. You cannot create a persona that surpasses your current level. This is because the resulting persona would be too powerful for you to handle effectively. Now then, check the fusion results and choose a persona that suits your stature. This is the form your new persona is expected to take after fusion. It's possible for them to inherit skills they normally wouldn't gain. These skills and specialties are distinct from one another. Skills are traits that can be passed along through fusion.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive a fraction of power. Girls, let us begin.
I am Arsene, the other you who exists within. Though I may disappear this moment, I shall always be at your side. We shall meet again when your fate reaches its conclusion.
Ah, how impressive. A stronger persona has been born from the body and blood of the old. It shall be your new strength.
Its worth will be made clearer when you return to the field of battle.
Gather personas and bring them here. Gather a great many, execute them, and continue to give birth to even stronger personas. Developing your powers as such will play an integral role in the stand against ruin.
So that your rehabilitation goes well, we have a variety of rituals to choose in regard to executions.
And depending on the effort you put in, our master might consider further development of new rituals.
Cry your tears of joy, inmate.
Your heart is steadily gaining the strength of rebellion. It seems your rehabilitation is proceeding smoothly. A joyous fact indeed. In anticipation of this, I have prepared a gift for you. I hope that you shall accept it.
And now we're rank 2 in Fool. And because we're rank 2, we now have Third Eye. Something I was trying to do earlier, but I couldn't do because of the fact that, well, it wasn't available. But now it is. This is kind of a mandatory availability thing and it doesn't carry over. But whatever the case, Third Eye will make things and paths visible that is normally invisible. And it will also help you. It's basically detective mode. Get used to it because it's going to be your friend. Permanently.
That is a thief's skill, allowing one to tap into their sixth sense and see what is hidden in the dark. I believe you can handle it now. May you continue devoting yourself to further rehabilitation.
Now then, if you have any requests, we will heed them.
And now we have the Wardens. We can go on ahead and get some fusions out of the compendium. And more importantly, we can now fuse personas. So with that said,
Do you have business with me?
we're going to go on ahead and get some of the fusions that I already have, some of the personas I already have, because this is from 2 New Game Plus. I haven't completed the compendium. It's only 82% complete, unlike Persona 4 Golden. And will I complete the compendium? Probably, if I can actually remember to do so. I mean, I went to 82% for God's sakes. I just need about maybe 18 more percent and I got the whole damn thing completed, but it's not really necessary for platinum, because I already platinumed the game. That's probably one of the reasons why I didn't continue. But I'm gonna need, let's see, I'm thinking, I am sorely tempted to try to use Raphael or Ishtar, but I would probably go for Kushinada or, okay, maybe you. I'll go for, you know what? I might as well just get somebody. I mean, I will eventually need a, you know what? I still need a Lovers. I really do. So I'll just get Pixie for now. Do I need one more Persona? I'm at level 5. I can use any one of these Personas I want because I already registered them. That's the good thing about registering Personas for a New Game Plus. Now, normally in a regular new game, you don't have these. All you have is what you pretty much fused, which is basically Arsene and Pixie. Do you really need Arsene? Probably not. But I'm going to need a Death Persona, and if there's anything else I need, no, that's it. I already got a Chariot, I already got a Death and a Hierophant, and I also got a Lovers. So we're good. Why do I need the Hierophant? For later on in the game. Trust me. You're probably going to need one. So on that note, let's continue.
Something wrong? You were just standing around all of a sudden.
Why are you spacing out like that? It's kind of hard to tell what you're thinking sometimes.
Let's just say he's a man of high caliber. We're counting on you, Joker.
So, where do we start?
Let's head to the safe room we found last time. It's in the first floor of the west building. That's pretty close to our usual entrance. It should be a pretty decent starting point.
Safe room?
It'll make sense when you see it. Well, let's head out.
Oh, now we get the quick travel. Well, this is kind of the same thing that happened in Persona 5 Vanilla. But, new to Persona 5 Royal is the Thieves Guild. That wasn't in Persona 5 Vanilla. This is where, so long as you have an online service, or if you're using Steam, you can use the Thieves Guild at any time to find out who exactly goes where and what do they do, and also to ask the entire internet for help.
Well,
This is why difficulty don't mean shit in this game. The Thieves Guild is the #1 reason. What's the point of having a game where you have to literally ask people for help? I know you could do your own thing, challenge yourself, but with that option there, that literally shoots difficulty dead in the foot. Oh, and on top of the fact you get a stamina kit. So, with that said, you'll have stamina kits, you'll have a stamina kit and healing items, and eventually you'll have curry, you'll have vegetables or things of that nature that you can bring to the safe houses in safe room. Why do I keep thinking of safe houses? Oh yeah, because I was playing Saints Row. But we just keep coming to the safe room and just consume items to heal your party members after they take much of a beating, you'll be able to go through this no problem. The thing of the matter is, that stamina item that Morgana gave, it'll be available once you max out, it'll be available once you max out the Death Confidant rank, and Takemi will start bringing in stamina healing items alongside of better healing items that'll actually heal the entirety of the party. So yeah, difficulty does not mean jack in this game. It doesn't even matter if you put this on Merciless Mode. Hell, Merciless Mode, the only thing that's hard about it is you get less money. It'll do more damage on both sides. It's literally the easy mode. Difficulty, again, does not mean shit. If you want difficulty, go play the original Persona 3 Fez. That's difficult as hell, man. Beyond difficult. You will get your ass kicked 6 ways from Sunday. So with that said, we don't have to go back down there. We just go to this room, which we weren't able to go to before. So with that said, we're given items that I could have made, but I didn't make because at the time the example didn't give me all the items to make the stuff that he gave me. So with that said, I can't really, hide away from the enemies for right now, but I can, however, lower the security by sneaking behind these guys. There's 2 of them. And you're about to see how quick I dispose of all of them because of how powerful my guns are. Yeah, they suck in the accuracy, but these guns are beyond freaking powerful. And that is literally the end result of fusion. The fusion alarm. And you'll see the fusion alarm later on. And oh yeah, that's right. I'm not hiding in the shadows just yet. But that's okay. Let him turn around and booyah! There's another one. We'll be getting through most of these fights really quickly. Because of the fact that my guns are pretty damn powerful. And more importantly, I have on an expedite ring while everybody else has on the SES glasses, or disease glasses. And those will pretty much, or actually the SEES armband, those are actually going to be pretty useful to gain some experience points for everyone. And by the way, if you get the DLC, you'll have the SES armband available, so you'll be leveling up pretty faster. Again, difficult doesn't matter, and on top of the fact you have DLC. So with that said, it's now time for something that was added to Royal.
Okay, I'll show you an example first. You better watch closely. Zoro, show your might! Use this opportunity to baton pass and swap your turn with someone else. The baton is yours!
For the record, in Vanilla, this is only reserved to anybody who's got a level 2 Confidant rank in your party.
Now strike the enemy's weakness and give the baton pass a try.
So they instead make it to where the baton pass will be available from the start, as opposed to having to wait till you get the Confidant rank for somebody else available and you raise it to level 2. The only person who would have a baton pass at the beginning of the game would be Ann, because she by default has it at level 1 in the vanilla version. So they made it to where all party members will be able to get the baton pass. Something they should have did from the get-go instead of overcharging an overglorified DLC. That's why I hate Persona 5 Royal so much, because this should have been Vanilla 5 from the get-go. Oh, and by the way, let me also point out something else. All of the items that you were going to be getting here, you only have one shot to get them. Because once you complete this palace, and I've already stated this, once you complete this palace, you will never be able to come here again. So it's best you try to get everything in this palace that you can. However, there are going to be chests that will require lockpicks in order for you to unlock them. And I've already gone over the security, so that's just a little review. And now you're able to hide in the shadows, as opposed to earlier where you weren't able to do that. But as I was saying, you are not going to be able to get any treasures that you missed out if you beat the palace. So bear that in mind.
Oh, damn.
And the only reason why I'm hiding in the shadows, because you can actually make sure that nobody sees you and sometimes be fully camouflaged. The problem? There are certain enemies later on in the game that can sniff you out even if you're hiding. And if they get too close to you, they will discover you regardless. So on that note, yeah, I'm just taking out everybody with my pistol. That's how freaking quick these battles are going to be up until a certain point. And by a certain point, and that is, we're going to start meeting some stronger enemies later on. So, I think I've gotten almost everything out of the way that I need to cover for today. Because once we get the map, that's pretty much... Actually, no. We're still got a little bit more ways to go. But for right now, we're going to get the map. And how you do that is kind of simple. Remember that third eye we got? We're going to put that to good use. You can pull the lever here. And you can also pull the lever on the other side, too. And whenever you use the third eye, you see a glowing object. That means it can be interacted with. And yeah, third eye is definitely going to be your best friend. Not just in this dungeon, but also in the entirety of the game. Because sometimes it'll tell you which way you need to go and any hidden items or areas that need to be obtained and unlocked. And this is our map. So now that we got a map, we have more undiscovered areas. They'll highlight the areas that you've already been in. But once we get another map, it'll fully locate the treasure. Yeah, there's normally more than one map in this game. Oh, right. By the way, you don't have to worry about developing your route anymore. Which is something Persona 3 and 4, they were really guilty of doing. 4 especially. No, actually 3 especially as well. And 3 was kind of worse because if you did not know where you were going and you stayed in Tartarus for too long, you were practically going to be running into the Reaper very early on. And the Reaper would most likely kick your ass. Again, look how quickly I completely annihilate these guys. These weapons are going to be beast. And I pretty much made all these weapons to speed through this game. And it'll still probably be a maximum of 80... a maximum of 80 parts. Yeah, it'll be a maximum of 80 parts because I'll try to be as fast as I can. I mean, social links aside, I'm going to try to go quickly because I won't have to, take all the time to gain all of the social stats in order for me to get things done. Now then, we will have to go and maneuver our way around to unlock those hidden bars. But for right now, again, third eye will definitely works wonders, because you need to jump up here, and you will probably would have known that if you got the prompt, but more importantly, sometimes they don't give you one. And also, there is a shortcut that will lead up here, which originally you did not know existed. And back in the original Persona 5 vanilla game, nobody even bothered to think about. But that shortcut, by the way, is right here. All you have to do is go here, and that will actually bring you back to the entrance. So if you happen to be lost, that'll literally bring you right back to that point. So that's actually pretty damn good. That way you won't be, having to fast travel and go through all that hell that I just went through all over again. Shortcuts are actually fun, and there are shortcuts in certain palaces, and sometimes there aren't. So let's jump down, and that'll get us to... Oh, I thought I would have to climb up there again, but I don't need to. Let's get into this room right here, which leads to a safe room and a treasure chest. Booyah! And this is what I mean that you're going to need lockpicks. And sometimes they give you like a good number of lockpicks when you're making lockpicks in the desk. And sometimes they actually have lockpicks in the treasure chest. It all depends. That is sometimes. Well, in vanilla anyway. In the original, not so much. Oh, not vanilla, I meant in Royal, not so much. In the original, yeah, they had lockpicks. Sometimes. Very rare, but sometimes. But now you have no choice but to make lockpicks. So there's that. And now, we can actually see the power level of enemies by literally... Yeah, we're going to have to change my persona too, because I don't want to get my ass whooped. We're going to see the power level of enemies by literally just viewing them with third eye. Might as well wipe the floor with these guys, because they're now going to be stronger enemies. Oh, boy! They're not stronger enemies, they're Kachi. So, I think that's also a persona that I haven't gotten yet.
Okay.
But we're too strong, I haven't negotiated with it yet. Or I could probably confuse it into it, I don't know. I'll have to look. Oh, and then there's Silky. If you ever want a persona that'll actually help you out with ice magic, Silky is your best bet. And for the love of God, if you get Silky, try to level up that persona, because it'll definitely help you for the Room of Death, which you're unfortunately going to have to go through in the vanilla version, as opposed to the Royal version, who has a new feature. Let's go on ahead and take this guy down right here.
Show me your true form.
And with that, we already have these guys. By the way, if you already have a persona, and the persona ends up becoming your mask, you're just going to give experience points to... you're just going to give experience points to that persona, and it's going to get stronger. I should have Baton Pass Ryuji, but it doesn't matter. These guys are much stronger, but they're going to give away more experience points because they're at a higher level.
Alright.
It's only a matter of time. So with that said, I think now would be a good time to go back because we've got other things we need to do. Well, first we need to enter into the door.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's one of those puzzles. So we'll worry about that next time, because we might as well just call it here. It's already been too long of a part, and plus there's going to be some new mechanics that will be revealed as we go about this dungeon. So on that note, I'll be heading over to the save point once again. Only this time we may have to actually come back to when we're actually in front of that maze, because that maze is not complicated at all. It isn't. So on that note, I'll see you all in part 13 as we continue through Kamoshida's lair. I mean, yeah, we kind of started off somewhat, but we're actually a third of the way done. No, seriously, we are. This place is actually pretty short. See you guys next time.